Almost skinny love just last the year. Poor little soul, we were never here. My.
Hey guys, it's me, Andrea. I'm about to do my episode review for I don't even know what it was called. I was just like, watching it. Because I missed the first 5 minutes because I was late. And then, I was like, somebody remind me what happened in the first 5 minutes. So people tweeted me how, Damon gets beat up by Mason, apparently. I didn't watch it, and my DVR, didn't record it. I'm not even going to talk about it. Then we go to the grill, and it's, there's, having, a family lunch type thing. And it's Rick, Elena, and Jeremy. And then Jeremy, Anna's there, and then Jeremy's like, no, Elena asks, oh, is Anna here? And then she's like, don't tell her that I'm here, she's gonna be mad. And then he's like, no, he's not here, she's not here. And then she walks off. And can I just say now that Melise Joe, oh my god, thank you so much for making me cry a whole lot, girl. You know that I'm your biggest fan, because you follow me and Anna's Melise Joe Central Twitter. And you know how we're, the huge Team Anna fans. And I was crying the whole episode because of you. I don't even know. At the end of the episode, I was I'm pissed, but I'm happy. Because I was so bad. I was so mad at the fact they took her away. And then the fact that I was oh, she found her mom. So I was I don't even know what to think right now. I was sad and happy. So I'm just ugh, right now. Thank you so much. You did amazing in this episode. I cried. I loved it. And as I said, I cried a whole lot. And in the end, I was so confused on how to feel. Caroline and Bonnie end up talking to Matt. And Matt's pretty much I don't want to deal with none of this. I'm out. I don't want to. Vicky's gone. I'm done with all this. Then Anna talks about how some people find peace in all the situations. And then her and Jeremy are in the bathroom talking about it. And is it just me, or do they always end up in that bathroom? Remember in the Founders Day episode, they were both in that bathroom? Yeah, I don't even know. Maybe it's a bad luck bathroom. I don't really know. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Jeremy's are you with that witch now that you were talking about with Vicky? Are you with that witch now? He's thinking that she's bad now. And then he's I can't stay here unless you want me here, Jeremy. And he's well, I need to know, are you with that witch now? And she's no, Jeremy, I wouldn't do that. But, I started getting, really suspicious about Anna. But I'm no, I'm, Team Anna. There's no way I can, go against that no matter what. She could be as evil as she wants, but I'm still going to be on Team Anna. Jeremy, don't be a jerk to her, because he started yelling at her for a second there. And I was Jeremy, can you not right now? Because I'm, going to come in that TV and hit you. He's well, I have to do this, because I don't know how long this is going to last. And then they started kissing, and I was oh my god, I can't even, I started crying and bawling my eyes out at that point. I was oh my god, they're kissing. I don't know why I got so excited. I was in tears because that was so sweet, and I'm just somebody, oh my god, it was so adorable. I was wouldn't it be really awkward if nobody could see them, and then he's just making out with Anna, and it looks really weird since nobody could see Anna. That would be really weird, wouldn't it? I'm glad that everybody could see her, though, because I would have thought that was just really awkward. Then we go to Bonnie and Caroline, and they're in where the witches were buried, and then Bonnie is trying to figure out what went wrong. She's I need help, and then Grams pops out. Okay, I started crying about that too. I was Grams! I started crying so bad, and I know everybody on Twitter missed her, so I was in tears at that point. I was oh my god, she's back, even though it's only for a while. But it's the fact that everybody was back, I don't know, I started bawling my eyes out at that point too. So then Mason pops up at the grill with Damon and Alark, and he's hey guys, and then Damon looks at Alark see, I told you that he's here. And he's oh yeah, you didn't lie. Yeah, I see it. Mason goes, I missed whiskey. And I was just laughing because I thought that was really hilarious. And I'm why is everybody here? Where's Pearl? I really wanted Pearl to be there. I was where's Pearl? And Jenna and Pearl were the two that I really wanted to see the most. Oh, hey, Lexi, because Lexi pops up into Steph, and she's hey, Steph. And then it's oh, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be dead. You're dead too. Lexi, can you please just kick his butt? Because he needs a real ass woman right now. Back to Grams and Bonnie. And then at this, I'm in tears. And I'm just I don't even know why I'm crying. I'm not the biggest Team Bonnie fan. Grams goes to Bonnie, you upset the balance of nature. And I was no crap. Bonnie always messes up every spell. So I'm just I don't know if the writers just do this on purpose. Are they we're gonna mess with Bonnie today? I don't get it. That's they're this, if that's what they go for every episode. Because, if you guys remember the first season, Bonnie messed up. Second season, Bonnie messed up. So I don't get it. Why do the writers keep making us not want Bonnie around anymore? Sister Elena walks in on Jeremy kissing Anna, which is really awkward because they're like making out, and then his sister walks in, and then he calls Caroline, and he's just like, I just walked in on the situation and my brother, and I was like, oh crap. And then he told Caroline, and then Caroline's gonna end up telling Bonnie, because that's how all these things go around in the real world. So I knew either way Bonnie was gonna end up finding out. Be happy, Elena, that your brother was kissing something, not nothing. I was like, wouldn't it be weird if you just walk in on him and he's kissing nothing? That would be really creepy and weird. Elena walks out, and she's waiting for Jeremy to come in with her, and then she sees Lexi, and Lexi's like, come on. And she's like, Lexi? No crap. Yes, it's Lexi. And then she's like, come on, we have to go fix Stefan. And then she's like, yeah, but wait, my brother. And then she's like, no, now. So then they go together to go fix Stefan. Go back to Mason, Alaric, and Damon, and they're like at the bar still, and the girl. And he's like, well, I'm here because I want to help Tyler. I found it really shady that Tyler wasn't in this episode, because that's his a dead uncle. So I would have like seen like it good if like he was in that episode, because that would have been like way better than just like not having him in the episode at all, because like he's here to help you, even though like he wasn't going to be able to either way. But I really like, I would have liked if he could have seen his Uncle one last time, because he never really got a goodbye from him. And Lexi and Elena go to the Forbes cellar thing, like the really creepy one where Caroline was in, and then they start torturing Stefan, and she's like, 2 weeks without blood, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years, and I'm just like, okay, this is getting kind of creepy. How can no ghost do that? So, Lexi's like in his mind pretty much, and like messing with him, and it's like really creepy at the same time. And I'm like a little scared. I'm like, Lexi, can we be friends? Because I'm a little scared right now. Jason and Damon start digging through like some of the old Lockwood property. They end up breaking the wall thing down, and then Damon's like, you go first, Mason. He's like, why, you think I'm sending you into a trap? He's like, yeah, as a matter of fact, I do think that. Then we go back to Caroline and Bonnie, and they're looking for the necklace in the Salvatore house. And Caroline needs to open her big mouth and tell Bonnie, like, oh, yeah, well, we'll deal with boyfriend issues and all that afterwards. You said boyfriends. What are you talking about? Elena kind of caught Jeremy kissing Anna. And I was like, that's so sad, because I feel like, okay, Caroline was also trying to be a good friend, because she, like, tried to, like, get out of the situation. She's like, oh, Stefan and Elena problems. So I liked how she tried to back her friend up at the same time, so she wasn't hurting. But it's still, like, really sad, because it's like, oh, I didn't want to be the one to tell you, because I wouldn't want to be the one to tell somebody that. Jeremy starts walking out, and it looks like Founders Day all over again, when they're going to do fireworks and all that. And then you see Frederick, and, like, I was like, is that Frederick from the beginning? And I was like trying to figure out his name. I was like, it's the guy from the Tomb Vampires. And I was like freaking out trying to figure out his name. And then he's like, and he goes, Frederick, what are you doing here? And I was like, where's Jenna and Pearl? That's who needs to show up now. I was like, welcome back, Frederick. I had nothing against you, so don't come after me. And we go back to Stefan, Lexi, and Elena, and then they're still torturing Stefan, and I feel really bad for Stefan, because he started being nice, and he started being a dick again, and I was like, you know what, cut it off, torture him 10 times more, because I was, like, not feeling it when he started being mean. He was like, I hate you, Lexi, I'm so glad you're dead. And then Lexi goes, thank you, I miss you too. Caroline and Bonnie are still looking for the Elena's necklace, and then the talisman or whatever it's called. I can't even pronounce that. And I like how Caroline goes into like the little soap bar bowl, and she's like, oh, it's not in here. No, we're not looking for no moonstone. I'm sick of that bowl with all those soaps. That's so unrealistic. I'd like to see somebody who has that many soaps next to their sink. And they start talking crap about Anna again, and Caroline talks to Jeremy. She's like, I didn't think you were this stupid, Jeremy. And I'm just like, really? Can you guys just all leave Anna alone? Because I was getting really frustrated with these people. Because I'm like, of course, I'm always going to be Team Anna. So can we not yell at Anna for once? Mason's quote when he goes, I'm a ghost, not God. I don't know what's in there. And he's like really suspicious. He's like, oh, why aren't you being mean to me? I killed you. David's like trying to give him a reason to come after him. And he goes, because I'm all alone. And he goes, what do you mean you're all alone? He's like, on the other side. I had time to think about it. I'm not here for revenge. I just want to help Tyler. Elena's like, I can't believe you would do that to Bonnie. Like, after all she did for you, she brought you back to life and she loves you. And he goes, you know what? I know this is weird, but I love Anna. I started bawling even more. My eyes, I can't even talk about it because I'm going to start crying again. But this episode made me cry so much. I don't think I've ever cried in some episode as much as I did this one. I was like bawling. I was like, he loves her. Like, no, keep her on. And then, like, you see Elena look behind him. He's like, you know you're holding him back, right? And I'm like, shut up, Elena, don't say that. Like, I'm like in tears. And Anna looks at Jim and he's like, she's crying. And then they're both crying. Like, he looks so sad. And I'm just like crying because he said that he finally loved her. It's like, I never really got to say goodbye. I know I could still touch her and kiss her, and I can't say this, but I love her, and I always did love her. It's always gonna be Anna. And I was like, I was crying so bad I couldn't even talk about it right now. Like, I'm gonna start crying again. So, anyways, Melise made me cry so much in this episode. I can't believe Elena told Anna that you were holding him back. I was like, Elena, I hate you. Can somebody kill Elena off the show? Like, seriously, bring Catherine back because I love Nina, so we could just let Catherine be here and kick Elena out. I already knew that like Anna had the necklace, but she goes like this and she's like, I just wanted to find my mother. I don't know if she found peace or where she is, and I'm so worried. And I was like crying at that point because she misses her mother. Like she's always put family first. She's always put everybody in front of her. So I started crying at that point too because I already knew that Anna had the necklace. It was so obvious, but it's still the fact that I didn't feel like I wasn't mad at her or anything because it's like it's sad. She wants her mother back. Mrs. Lockwood's car is like crashed and looks really retarded and weird, and then she's like, okay, Bonnie, you're gonna turn this car around and drive as fast as you can, and I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna kick some Bambi butt. And then like Caroline starts fighting them, and then there's like the part where it looks up and Mrs. Lockwood watches her for a second there, and then that's when they disappear. Like as soon as Bonnie does that, but when he goes straight towards that, I just didn't talk about that anymore. So it's like, oh, like Mrs. Lockwood got to see Caroline trying to save her. So I really thought that was sweet. Rams and Bonnie are breaking the spell with the necklace, and then they like finally take it away. Everybody's disappearing. We go to Caroline beating up the vampires, and then they disappear as soon as like Caroline's being choked, and then Lexi disappears, and then oh my god, I'm gonna start crying. Anna sees her mom, and then she's finally with her mom, and it's so freaking sad, and I'm like in tears at this point, and Pearl's there, and Anna's with her mom now, and it's really sweet. And then in my head, I'm like, I don't even know how to feel about that because I was so pissed off that they're taking Anna off the show, but then I was so happy that she found her mother. So I'm like, I freaking hate this show, and then I love it because I was like, I didn't know what they were doing because I was so happy that she was with her, and then I'm not picking up that phone, and then I was so sad that like, you know, I'm just like, I didn't know how to feel about it because I was like, I'm happy that she found her mom. I'm so sad that she's leaving the show because Anna's my favorite person. So can they just bring her back, please? It's just Elena and Stefan, and then Elena's like, no, I still have hope for you. I'm gonna fix you. Like, Lexi, she's giving, like, I have hope for you, Stefan. I'm like, oh my god, this is really sad because I don't really have hope for Stefan anymore. I'm like over the Stefan and Elena plot and like Damon plot, like the Delena and Stelena. I'm like over that because I'm like, this whole episode, it was like all Emily's show to me. Like she made me bawl in my eyes. Like I cried. Like my face was a mess. Like I still look like a mess. I was crying so bad. I was really confused. Did Jeremy and Bonnie break up or not? Because I was really confused about that. And then, oh my god, the necklace is just there. Bonnie sees the necklace and it's like, oh crap, the necklace. It didn't really disappear. So then I'm just like, what is going to happen now? Are they gone? Are they not gone? Is the door unlocked? Is the door locked? What's going to happen next? So thank you guys for watching my episode review. I love you guys dearly. See you guys in the next one. And I'm sorry I look like crap. I was crying. I told you guys. Alright, bye.